There are new Acer gaming PCs around that you can arrange with high-invigorate rate mini LED shows and the most recent very good quality chips from Intel and Nvidia. The organization is likewise dispatching new Predator gaming embellishments including another Cestus 335 mouse, a Predator Connect X5 Wi-Fi switch, and a Predator Connect D5 5G dongle. Acer's 2021 PC setup has a few interesting models, including a 17-inch Chromebook and another line of concept PCs focused on makers that arrive in an assortment of structure factors. There's even a model concept that designers can use to test Acer's advancement on a venture to make stereoscopic 3D shows more valuable and simpler on your eyes, while getting rid of the ridiculous glasses. The organization additionally has something new available for gamers as new Predator Triton and Helios gaming workstations. The most impressive of the pack is the Predator Triton 500 SE, which not just accompanies forefront equipment and a metal suspension that is just 19.9mm thick yet in addition sports a 16:10/16-inch show that will give you some additional upward space when you should be useful. You can look over 3 changed boards, a 165Hz IPS LCD board, a 165Hz mini LED board with 100% sRGB inclusion and the pinnacle splendor of 1250 nits, and a 240Hz IPS polar black board with full DC IP3 shading range and a 3 ms reaction time. The Predator Triton 500 SE is fueled by Intel's 11th Gen Intel Core H arrangement CPUs matched with a RTX 3080 laptop GPU and up to 64GB of 3200MHz DDR4 memory. You can get together to 4TB of key SSD stockpiling of the key 4.0 assortment, and Acer says the battery keeps going as long as 12 hours in case you're doing light assignments, for example, streaming or web perusing. You additionally get an assortment of ports, for example, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, 2 USB 4 ports with Thunderbolt 4, a HDMI 2.1 port, and a SD card per user. At that point there's a Predator Helios 500 for individuals who need a greater, 17.3-inch show. You get a decision between a 4K mini LED 120Hz board and a 1080p 360Hz board with a 3 ms reaction time. Similarly as with the Triton, it very well may be arranged with up to an 11th Gen Core i9 CPU, RTX 3080 GPU, and 64GB of 3200MHz DDR4 memory. Where the Triton 500 SE is intended to have a negligible stylish, the Helios is proudly RGB with pieces of lighting on all sides and huge vents to keep the internals cool. Acer devotees can select to supplant the WASD keys with the organization's racing and MagForce keys that include mechanical switches. In the event that the Predator Triton 500 SE is to your connecting, hope to pay $1,749.99 for the base arrangement that accompanies an i7-1180H, RTX 3060 GPU, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of key SSD stockpiling, and the 165Hz IPS LCD show. The main units will begin dispatching in June for the US and Chinese business sectors.